Oh, hello. I don't know why you're here, um, but I guess it's time for us to talk about the power of negativity. Welcome to Brilliant You Life Coaching. My name is Hank, the life coach, and this is all about the power of negativity in this video. Now, previously I did a video about positivity and the benefits of it. So, because of that, I decided I wanted to touch bases on the opposite side, which is negativity. Maybe you're normally a positive or passive person and you're just having a really bad day. These are the things that can happen on that bad day. Your negativity on your bad day cannot just affect you, but those around you. If you're walking down the street and you're having a bad day and you're just being negative, you might say something that is hurtful or sad or angry or mean, and someone next to you on the street that you don't even know, just a random person or maybe a little old lady could be passing by, hear that, and it could just ruin her day, or it could ruin some child's day. Hi. And that's really sad. I'm sure that you do not necessarily want to ruin someone else's day. If you're already having a bad day, chances are you probably don't want to see other people have a bad day either. Unfortunately, if you're having a bad day and you start letting off that negativity out of you, other people will be affected. Whatever the type of energy that you are sending out from yourself is going to affect other people, regardless if it's positive, negative, and angry, crazy, it's going to affect other people. So just keep that in mind next time that you're maybe having a bad day. Before you go out into public, take your time, sit down and really think about whether or not you really want to be in that bad mood out in public. If you have to go outside, then try your best, deal with it before you go outside as quickly as possible, or come up with ways to cope with your negativity before you go out the door. Negativity drains your energy. Now, it doesn't just drain your energy, it drains other people's energies, just like when you're affecting other people. Unlike positivity that actually gives you energy, negativity can actually drain it. You can be having a bad day from the second you wake up, and 2 or 3 hours later, you're exhausted already and you want to go back to sleep. That is the power of negativity. Negativity can actually make you physically sick. I touch bases about this with positivity and how positivity can affect your health in a really good way, but also if you're negative, it can affect your body in a very bad way. I talked about my mother. Now let me talk about my side of the story. As I was growing up as a child of a single mom, life was not the easiest. I had to do a lot of things that normal 12, 13, 11-year-olds weren't having to deal with. And because I was also an only child, I used to have to help pay bills, organize finances. There's a lot of times where I would have to fix things because it was just me and my mom and I'd have to just figure it out. Though we had a lot of people that came and helped me, it did affect me growing up. And because of all those situations that happened after my mother had her stroke and I had to start taking care of her, I ended up dropping out of college for I think maybe the first or second time, and I ended up working full-time. Watching all the other friends go to college and figure things out, and they're able to have money while I had to work 2 to 3 jobs was very tough on me, and it put me in a very negative headspace. And because I allowed it to, I ended up eventually getting to such a poor headspace and making poor decisions with the company that I kept around, the people I was dating. That ended up leading me to such a dark and sad place where I actually ended up in the hospital because of something that I ended up doing. And that is another thing, the power of negativity. Negativity can actually damage your credibility as a person. If you haven't already heard it, reputation is everything. Reputation takes a very long time, sometimes to grow, but it can take 1 or 2 bad decisions to just destroy it. And negativity can do that. Even if you are 80 to 90% positive and 10% negative, that 10% negativity will show more than your positivity sometimes, unfortunately. That's just the way sometimes the world works. People don't see the brighter things. People see the brighter things, but they remember the hurt and the pain. If you're a negative person, then you can't provide encouragement to people. If you can't provide encouragement to people, no one will want to be around you. If you're in a friendship or a relationship, one of the biggest reasons why you are in that type of ship is because you both want something out of it. And I know that sounds kind of bad, but let me clarify more. When you look to find a friend, or when you become friends with somebody, you're becoming friends with them because you enjoy their company. They might help you through sad times, and vice versa. You can help them with rough times, and that's how friendship works. That's how relationships work. That's the reason why people get married, because two people are stronger than one. So if you're a negative person and you can't provide that encouragement, you're gonna drive those people away. And that's something you don't want to do. If you have a negative headspace, or if you have negative energy that comes off of you, or that how you act with, that's going to influence everything that you do. As a registered behavioral technician in ABA, Applied Behavioral Analysis, they teach that having positive reinforcement is the best way to get people and individuals to perform at their highest and their best. If you ask someone to do something and you tell them that if they do that, then they're going to get something that's awesome, they're going to get money, they're going to get food, or something that they really, really want, they will perform better. It is not just psychology, it's also kind of common sense, and it makes sense. However, if you are a negative person, give negative reinforcement, it's going to do the complete opposite. Why would you do something if you know you're not going to get anything out of it? I mean, there's some people out there that just want to do it just because they really enjoy it. There's some people that are just self-motivated like that. But for the majority of people, and for most situations, it's not that case. If you're negative, not only will you be giving negative reinforcement maybe to other people, you'll be giving negative reinforcement to yourself, which is going to make you perform even worse. If you're trying to reach your goals and you're trying to achieve something, and every single time you do something, even if it's not 100% perfect, and you knock yourself down for that, do you think you're gonna keep doing it? Do you think you're gonna keep trying to get your goals? Or do you think you're gonna try to achieve what you've always wanted to achieve? No. Why would you go the extra mile for yourself if yourself keeps talking down to yourself? That was a lot. And that leads me to the last thing on my points. If you're a negative person and you have negative energy and you're just really, really depressed and sad, you will not grow as an individual. At least not the way that you want to grow. There's a quote from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a great book. As an individual, you're either progressing or regressing. That means every decision that you make is either going to push you in the right direction that you're trying to aim to, or you're going to end up going back further and further to where you don't want to be at. Luckily, even though we don't have necessarily a very long time on this earth as individuals, even though we may have 100 years or less, it doesn't mean that's too late to stop being in a negative headspace. You can change how you perceive things. You can change the type of energy that you give off. It's little baby steps. But as you continue changing from being maybe negative or sad or depressed, this isn't talking about if you have clinical depression, that's a whole different situation. To positively affect your life and other people's lives, I promise you 110% that things will get better and it'll be easier for you to be positive. I know because it helped me. I went from being in a hospital with an IV in my arm to being on suicide watch, to being part of a really fun cosplay group, to having a semi-big organization that I assisted with running, being one of the main people to run it with over 300 people in the group, to finding the love of my life, to living my dream. It took me some time, it took me a couple years. I'm always still working on it. I still have my bad days, but I try not to let those bad days affect the rest of my life, because in the long run, there's too much to life to let 1 or 2 bad days affect it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a great and amazing time watching this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope I was able to help you out with something. If I was, comment down in the description below and tell me, what are some negative traits that you have that you'd like to get rid of? And I'll message you back and try to give you some advice on how to change them up. Because remember what I said in the positivity video, you can't think of negativity if you're thinking something positive. And if you love this video, please make sure to hit the like button or dislike button if you didn't like it, and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming uploads. Also, if you need more motivation during the week, check out the Linktree link in the description below. It has a ton of resources of different places and different social medias that I post positive and motivational content. All those resources can be found in the Linktree link below. Thank you so much again, and never forget, you're growing.